Alright, yo, what's up, guys? Got another video for you guys today. Got another deck profile. I guess this would be like the Myotismon, the deck, Myotismon and his minions, playing all the Myotismons. So this deck has been a lot of fun. It's honestly like my favorite one I've tested out so far. So it's revolved around Malomyotismon and the strategy of just getting him out and gaining advantage upon like off of his effect, and then getting rid of problems with things like Millenniumon, Venomyotismon, just a lot of big evil Digimon. So lots of fun. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. For starters, we got the rookies. So Devimon, solid card overall. I believe only two cost. Yeah, only two cost rookie, so that's nice. So you can just play him down. But yeah, overall, just playing four of him. And then Gabumon, just another rookie to play. And then if his effect is great as well, his inheritable, it lets you draw two and discard one when he dies, or I guess when the Digimon on top of him dies. So that just lets you cycle through your deck and kind of, set up your graveyard, or sorry, excuse me, set up your trash. And for things like, Grizzly Wings, or for cards like Mummymon, if you're, discarding your Malomyotismon to grave, something like that. So overall, just really good, helps you dig deeper for your combo pieces. Tapirmon, similar strategy where instead of his like inheritable effect being that, you have the his regular effect is just when he dies you get to draw one. So overall, really good. I like how the purple gives you lots of draw cards, lots of removal, especially purple's known for its removal, right? And then lots of like recursion from the trash. And then Impmon, another card to help you set up your trash. When he dies, you get to discard three from the top of your deck. I'm not playing more of Impmon, just because I'm not trying to like turbo out Beelzemon or anything. I'm not actually playing him in this deck. And I'm not really concerned about the quantity of cards in my trash. It's more like I only want specific cards to be in there. And then I'm also not playing Piedmon. You could definitely play him, especially because I am playing for Vilemon. But I wanted this deck to be focused around Myotismon, the OG villain himself. So for that reason, I'm not playing it. But you could definitely, tune that to your liking. So Vilemon, a fantastic card. Purple blocker, not much to say there. Two cost to evolve is great, and then five cost to play is not too bad at all. Now this is slowly becoming my favorite champion. This is a new Devimon out of Union Impact, and I honestly might cut like Gatomon or something, or Black Gatomon. But Devimon is like really good. He has that similar effect to Chimeramon, where when you play him, you get to destroy at level 3. I believe Chimeramon's like you kill a 7,000 or lower or something like that. But yeah, Devimon, just getting rid of rookies, getting rid of problem like Digitamas, where it can give the Digimon on top of them very good effects, things like Upamon, and then it just gets rid of like the problems before they start. A lot of times, your opponent's hatching Digimon in the raising area, just trying to set up for their big maybe Omnimon or Ragnalordmon plays, and Devimon just kind of puts the stop to that. But yeah, I found myself like wanting to see him more, just because of his effect's great, and then you can instantly just put him down and then set up for your ultimate plays the following turn. And then here we got our security effect, Purple Digimon, one of the only ones so far in the game, and that's why I was playing 4 of her. Gatomon is good, especially because if you run into a deck that's playing more aggressively, that's constantly attacking your security, having Gatomon there to just, turn the tables real quick and getting more advantage to your side is always fantastic. But I might honestly take her out. Probably put in like a couple more Devimon, and then also Chimeramon. I'm not playing Chimeramon in this build, and I'll kind of explain that in a little bit. But that might be another option. Gatomon overall solid, but not like too good. Of course, had to play for Myotismon. One, because he's awesome. He's like the OG Dracula, Castlevania, whatever you want to call him, OG vampire villain guy. And then, of course, 2 cost to Digivolve is just great. There's actually no like other synergy other than the fact that he's like Myotismon and he's a 2 cost, which is great. But that's mainly why I'm playing him, just another ultimate to play. You could, if you wanted to play Chimeramon, I would suggest probably swapping him out, or Black Gatomon would be my recommendation. Now, the reason why I'm not playing too many other purple ultimates is because I'm focused more on the delinquent duo of Arukenimon and Mummymon. And basically what they do is they help you bring out the king right here, Malomyotismon. So I'm playing for Arukenimon because a lot of times more often than not, when you haven't had a chance to set up your trash, you'll have this guy in your hand. So I think Arukenimon is a little bit better, but the recursion for Mummymon is definitely still good. So if you were playing more cards to help you get him into the trash, you could definitely play 4 Mummymon. But I find 4 and 2 is a pretty good ratio. Especially because I find myself wanting Arukenimon more. But yeah, it's solid because you can, swing with Arukenimon, and then summon Malomyotismon straight from your hand for a 3 cost, and then Arukenimon dies, and then you'll actually gain a memory from Malomyotismon. So you're basically playing this guy for a 2 cost, which is great. Um, and that just helps you set up for next turn. He's got 12,000 with piercing, and then you could go into something like a Millenniumon after that. So overall, I do really like the strategy. It's a ton of fun, and it throws your opponent off guard quite often. So that's it for the ultimates. And then as far as the megas go, of course, had to play all of the forms, right? So we got Venomyotismon, who, yes, he is a 4 cost. He is quite high. I think is worth it though. For one, he's a security attack +1, so he's already like an offensive powerhouse. But also, his effect to just manipulate your opponent's memory, in the sense that like every time your opponent rests their Digimon, so maybe they're trying to swing at your security, or maybe they're using a download effect or something like that, you gain a memory. So it just puts a limit on what your opponent can do, and you basically just recur that 4 cost within a couple of turns. And then not to mention like 12,000 with security attack +1, he's going to wreak havoc if your opponent does not deal with him. So I think Venomyotismon's still good. Plus, he just looks awesome. Look at this artwork, man. I still can't believe this card was only a rare. But yeah, my favorite card in the deck, Malomyotismon. Oh man, I am loving this card so much. The effect where every time a Digimon is destroyed, you gain 1 memory for each Digimon destroyed. So that not only includes your opponent's Digimon, but also your Digimon. So if you do something like summon, use Arcanimon's effect, bring him out, and then she dies, you gain a memory. If you do something like summon Devimon, kill a Digimon, you'll gain a memory. If your opponent does something where they destroy your Gabumon, or I guess like your Digimon with Gabumon underneath, you get to draw to discard 1 and then gain a memory. So it's just a very, very good, and I really like this mechanic. His 5 cost to Digivolve is more or less irrelevant because you basically will never be doing that. You'll almost always be getting him out with one of these guys. So yeah, just overall awesome card. And then last, I mean, Millenniumon's just a staple in essentially all purple and black decks. I didn't want to play too many of him, just because I didn't like breaking and opening too many, especially because this is a Malomyotismon focused deck, but he definitely helps extend your plays. And then it's just so fantastic where you can summon Millenniumon, get rid of a card, and then if they happen to die, you can bring him back. Malomyotismon will probably be in the graveyard by then, so you can recur him with something by Mummymon. So it's just very, very good. Overall solid. I mean, he's only purple level 7 we've got so far, so gotta play him. But yep, just the removal and the recursion is just so good on him. So that's it for the monsters, the Digimon themselves. Let's go to the Digitama. Demi-Miramon is a very good one. That's coming on Union Impact. Whenever the Digimon on top of him is destroyed, you get to draw 1 and discard 1 from your hand. So a mini Gabumon effect. So essentially it's the same idea. You're just turboing through your deck and setting up your graveyard as best as you can. And then Pagumon, just because I like playing 5, and then the effect where, you can discard 1 is like, alright, but, yeah, Demi-Miramon, definitely the MVP right there. Alright, and then the last couple of cards, we got is, Matt, so you could play more of him. I didn't make this like a too heavy of an option card focused build. If I was, I would probably be playing Lilithmon or Laylamon, which I might make a build about, around her in the future. I really do like her effect, but only playing 2 Mats, just because for one, the recursion is awesome, right? You can get any purple Digimon, basically anything in the deck, including one of the option cards, back to your hand as soon as you activate it, and then of course it's got the memory effect. Trump Sword is probably my favorite option card that purple has. The others are great, but destroying problematic Digimon, things like Ragnarlordmon with Reboot, or things like Omnimon after they've attacked, like, it's just so good. Trump Sword, it gets rid of so many problem Digimon. Yes, it's a 7 cost, but it's the best removal that purple has. And then if you also happen to have a Malomyotismon on field, it'll actually only be a 6 cost. So definitely love Trump Sword. I would play more of it if I wasn't playing Matt, but I feel like because you do have Matt, you can recur it if you ever need it more than twice. And then just playing one of each of Heat Viper and Grizzly Wings. Overall, solid cards. But like I said, I'm not too focused on the option cards in this deck. And then just the fact that you can recur any of these with Matt is fantastic. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed this deck. Test it out. It's lots of fun. And let me know what you guys have as far as like maybe edits I could do or ideas. Let me know if I messed up anything in my explanations. And hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching and look forward to more Digimon content.